Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into the complete guide to competitive analysis. Understanding your competition is crucial to succeeding in today's dynamic market. By mastering competitive analysis, you can gain a powerful strategic advantage. Let's break it down into 3 key areas. 1. Identifying SEO opportunities. This guide will help you uncover where your competitors may be falling short. We'll identify the gaps in their strategies, opportunities that you can capitalize on. 2. Effective brand positioning. Knowing where your brand stands in relation to your competitors allows you to position yourself more effectively. It's all about emphasizing what makes you unique. 3. Leveraging insights for improvement. By analyzing your competitors, you can turn their strengths into actionable insights for your own strategy. This will help you focus your resources where they'll have the greatest impact. In the upcoming sections, we'll explore why competitive analysis is your secret weapon for market positioning, uncovering SEO opportunities, and refining your overall strategy. Let's get started. Imagine you're about to run a marathon. You've trained hard. You're ready. But when you get to the starting line, you realize you know nothing about the course. Where are the hills? Where do the fastest runners sprint? Now, would you just wing it? Or do you wish you'd studied the map first? That's exactly why competitive analysis is your secret weapon. It's not about copying. It's about seeing the landscape, where the steep climbs are, where shortcuts exist, and using that knowledge to run smarter. First things first, you've got to learn the basics. Understand who your real competitors are online. It's not always who you think. Maybe it's that niche blog. Maybe it's a scrappy startup ranking higher for your dream keywords. Once you know who you're up against, you can figure out what's actually working out there. Then comes the audit. This isn't a deep dive into their soul, just a good, clean look at their site. What keywords are they winning? Where's their traffic coming from? Are their pages lightning fast or stuck in slow-mo? Think of it like checking an opponent's gear before a race. You're spotting strengths and weaknesses. Next, planning your content. With those gaps in hand, you're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall. You're crafting pages, blog posts, offers on purpose. You're picking battles you can win, not wasting energy where they're unbeatable. Finally, the step most people skip. Track and improve. Competitive analysis isn't a one and done. It's a pulse check. Markets shift. New players pop up. If you're not keeping an eye on the field, you're running blind again. So when you hear competitive analysis, don't think boring spreadsheets. Think secret maps. Think hidden shortcuts. Think staying 3 moves ahead, every step of the way. Let's say you're a detective. You're handed a case file, but no clues. You could pace around, take wild guesses, or you could grab the right tools. Dust for fingerprints, pull security footage, dig through records. See the difference? Success isn't luck, it's method. That's why we don't just watch competitors. We investigate them. And these tools, they're your magnifying glass, your notebook, your secret decoder ring. First up, keyword analysis. Tools like SEMrush or Ahrefs, they'll show you what terms your competitors are ranking for, and even better, where they're vulnerable. You're not guessing what your audience wants. You're uncovering real gaps you can own. Next, backlink profiling. SpyFu's a gem for this. You're not just counting backlinks. You're weighing their quality, because 1,000 junk links? Meh. 10 powerful links from trusted sites? That's rocket fuel. Now, technical SEO audits. Yeah, it sounds geeky, but stick with me. You're scanning how competitors' sites are built. Where are they slow? Where's their mobile experience clunky? Every flaw you spot is a chance to be better, faster, stronger. Finally, engagement metrics. You're looking at bounce rates, pages per visit, the little signs that tell you how users feel about a site. Because happy users, they stay longer, click more, convert better. And if your competitors are boring people to tears, you'll know exactly how to swoop in and steal their audience. Without the right methods, you're just throwing darts in the dark. But with them, you're running a full-on operation, finding, planning, executing, improving every single day. You're standing in front of a giant river, trying to figure out where the strongest currents are. Do you just jump in anywhere? Or do you study the flow first? Spot where the current is fastest and ride it to get ahead. That's exactly what traffic source analysis lets you do. You're not guessing where your audience is coming from. You're reading the river. First, learn the basics. Where is your competitor's traffic really coming from? Look at this. Organic search leads the pack with 42%. That's not luck. That's strong SEO at work. If they're winning there, it means one thing: you need to sharpen your own SEO sword. Next, audit their other channels. Direct traffic at 18%, that's brand power. That's loyalty. That's people typing their names straight into the browser. When you see that, it's not just about competing on keywords, you're competing on reputation. Big difference, right? Now, plan your content and partnerships wisely. Referral traffic at 15%, social at 12%. Those are golden opportunities. It tells you they're not just ranking, they're collaborating, they're sharing, they're amplifying. You could be forging alliances too, creating shareable content that travels further than you ever could alone. Finally, track and improve. Because traffic isn't static, seasons change, trends shift, audiences drift. If you're not watching bounce rates, visit durations, seasonal spikes, you're flying blind. So don't just admire the pie chart. Use it like a captain reads the tides. Steer your strategy where the current is strong and leave your competitors paddling upstream. Imagine you're preparing for a chess match, not against a beginner, but a grandmaster. Would you just memorize a few moves and hope for the best? Or would you study their games, spot their habits, their slip-ups, their blind spots? Exactly. That's the mindset behind using a SWOT analysis for SEO domination. First step, learn the basics. Start by identifying your competitors' strengths. Which pages are pulling in the most traffic? What keywords are they absolutely crushing? You're not guessing. You're gathering intel to shape your battle plan. Then we audit. This is where weaknesses come into play. Technical SEO errors, sluggish load times, thin content. These are the cracks in their armor when you find your way in. Next, plan your content strategy. Opportunities are the gold nuggets here. Maybe they're missing an entire keyword cluster. Maybe their content is outdated or just plain bland. You see the gaps, and you swoop in with fresh, targeted, unstoppable content. Finally, track and improve. Because threats are always lurking. New competitors, Google algorithm updates, changing user habits. If you're not constantly scanning the board, you're setting yourself up for checkmate. So when you hear SWOT analysis, don't think old school corporate buzzword. Think tactical advantage. Think laser-focused SEO strategy that adapts, strikes, and wins before your competitors even know what hit them. Picture yourself walking into a gold mine, but instead of digging randomly, you've got a detailed treasure map. Every spot you dig, pure gold. That's what it's like to find high-value content gaps. It's not about doing more work. It's about doing smarter work. First, learn the basics. You need to spot low-competition, high-intent opportunities. These are keywords your audience is desperate for, but hardly anyone's targeting them. It's like finding an empty stage in a packed theater. Grab the mic before someone else does. Next, audit what's already out there. We call this content enhancement. Look at your competitors' pages. What's missing? Are they too shallow? Outdated? Just plain boring? You're not reinventing the wheel. You're building a Tesla while they're still pedaling a bicycle. Third, plan your attack through SERP gap analysis. That means diving deep into the search results and finding keywords nobody's even touching. No articles, no videos, no real answers. When you spot these black holes, you fill them with smart, high-value content that owns that space. Finally, track and improve, non-negotiable. What works today might not work next quarter. If a competitor wakes up and fills the gap you once owned, you better be ready. Adapt, expand, stay ahead. So don't just create more content. Create smarter content. Fill the gaps they don't see, and watch your authority rise while they're still playing catch-up. Imagine trying to win a race without knowing where the finish line is. You sprint, and then you realize you've been running in circles. That's what happens when you set SEO goals without a smart framework. Start with the basics. Your goals need to be specific. Not just get more traffic, but something like increase organic traffic by 25% in 6 months. When you name it, you can aim at it. Next, are your goals measurable? You'll need tools like Google Analytics to track your progress against concrete benchmarks. Otherwise, how do you know if you're winning or just spinning your wheels? Then, planning. Make your goals achievable. Dreaming big is great, but if your top competitor gets 10,000 visits a month and you're at 100, maybe doubling is a smarter first step than trying to beat them tomorrow. Realistic goals create real momentum. Now, a crucial one, relevant. Your SEO goals shouldn't exist in a vacuum. They must tie directly to larger business objectives, sales, leads, brand awareness. Otherwise, you risk climbing a ladder that's leaning against the wrong wall. Finally, make your goals time-bound. Deadlines create focus. Without them, even the best plans drift, and drift leads to missed opportunities. So don't just set goals. Set goals that are so sharp, so clear, and so grounded in reality, they practically pull you towards success. That's how you turn strategy into results. Now that we've covered setting smart SEO goals, let's explore how to maintain your competitive edge in this ever-evolving landscape. Start by establishing a monthly review. This is essential for monitoring changes in your rankings and traffic. Make it a habit to keep an eye on your competitors' content updates as well. Staying informed helps you remain agile and proactive. Next, conduct a quarterly analysis. This is your opportunity to dive deeper into your backlink profile, update your SERP gap analysis, and refine your strategy based on new insights. Twice a year, plan a biannual audit. This isn't just a routine check. It's a comprehensive technical SEO review and a chance to refresh your SWOT analysis of key competitors. Use this to realign your priorities with a clearer understanding of the landscape. Finally, schedule an annual strategy reset. This is a full-scale review of the competitive environment. Set new benchmarks and redefine your goals to ensure they align with your long-term vision. By following this structured approach, you won't just keep up with your competition. You'll stay ahead and lead in your niche.